You have to give a presentation or a pitch, and this at the same day today. Oh, how do I do that? How can I create a presentation as quickly as 5, 10, 15 minutes and it's ready, beautiful, and convinces the audience? If this is a question that you ask yourself, then let me show you how you can use Beautiful AI to create presentations with just the matter of minutes, so that after that, you will have a beautiful presentation that you can directly show to your clients, your colleagues, or your manager. So let's get started. So here we are in Beautiful AI. And as you can see in Beautiful AI, we have recent presentations because I already played around a bit with the tool. And we can also create new presentations. And that's is what I want to do with you today. So we click on Create New Presentation. And then you automatically see that you can select a specific theme. So we can say a minimal theme, a classic theme, or bold theme. We have presentation templates, and we also have starter templates. So if you want to do one of these things, you can obviously do this. It's quite similar to normal, let's say, programs where you have specific templates that you can be using for what you're looking to achieve. So for example, you have presentation templates, you have also specific like kind of rebranding presentations and templates, pitch deck makeovers, and so on. But what we want to do today is not focusing on templates, but we want to focus on the designer bot AI. So let's click on the designer bot AI. And you see it's still in beta version, so it isn't always perfect, but at the same time, it gives you quite good results as just a starting point. So you see here, create a presentation about, and then we can describe the topic of our presentation. We also see some example prompts. So for example, investor pitch deck for a Series A SaaS company in the B2C fintech space, board deck, or what is Google's business model, how the Grinch stole Christmas, a pitch deck for a mobile app, or a presentation on the workplace transformation and the future of work. And we also see that I can train the AI with additional context. So I can upload a file or add a web page or text to give it a bit more context about what the presentation should be about. For example, I could include a website if I wanted to make it more specific. But for now, we just create a presentation. And what we can do is I have a digital agency. So that's what I will be doing. I will be describing a pitch deck for my digital agency. So what I can do is I can say, please create a pitch deck for a digital agency called Falke Digital Agentur. And then I can say, okay, please create a pitch deck. And I can say the agency is about how to digitalize German businesses with a focus on digital go-to-market strategies, and we can say tech tool rollouts and client management in the digital age. So I think we have 3 different topics. We have the name, we have the goal and the objective. So let's generate the presentation. And now what we see is that the program is gathering data. It's plotting the narrative. We have to wait a couple minutes, or maybe not minutes, we could say seconds. So you see it's loading here. And now it's already generating the slides. So we see how it structures it. It says like introduction, challenges, digital go-to-market strategies, tech tool rollouts, services, success stories, team, and so on. So you see it's not perfect. I mean, MediaMarkt probably isn't what we're looking for, but it gives us some great starting point for a presentation. So now we have digitalizing German businesses, introduction to presentation about how German businesses are adopting digital technologies. And then we can go through and can say, okay, this is an introductory slide, so we probably have to adapt the text and the image to some extent. We go to challenges facing German businesses. So this is quite good, the lack of clear vision and strategy, insufficient skills and expertise as well, legacy IT systems and processes, data privacy and security concerns. It's not 100% what I aimed for direction-wise, but there are some really good topics that I can dive deeper and adapt. And then I see, okay, it talked about digital go-to-market strategies, maybe a bit of too much text, but we can easily make it shorter. It goes about tech tool rollouts, talks about services. Well, this is maybe a slide we have to put a bit earlier and just focus on these 3 topics. But still some client success stories that we can leverage, something about our team, a nice quote of how the most successful companies will be those that use digital technology to reinvent the way they create value and engage with customers. So I think this is a really nice quote. I wasn't even aware of it. So I can use this for the Digitalagentur. Then we have the why the Frederike Digitalagentur. And then I probably would suggest that there's one additional slide where I go into how we can engage to each other. So what's the call to action after the presentation? But as a starting point, I can easily now go along and adapt this presentation with some additional text, and I will be done in roughly 10 to 15 minutes. If I say, okay, that's nice, but I don't really like the colors, what I can be doing is adapt the colors. So I can, for example, switch the whole theme here. And I can say, okay, maybe I don't want to have a magazine or minimal, but I want to have a bold style. Because I love the colors here that are a bit more bluish with some specific highlights like the orange, instead of a more, let's say, orangey yellow style. So let's go with bold and select. And we see it's applying the theme and it's now adapting it. And it looks, I think, way better because it's a bit more colorish and a bit more bold, as it says. So also the our services, it's just a bit more, giving it a bit more color. So as you can see, you can easily play around and you create this presentation in just a matter of clicks, and you're automatically done with some changes in text, some changes maybe in tiny changes in the layout. But despite this, you're quite quickly done having a great presentation that you can go on and present to your colleagues, to your managers, or to your clients.
Now you know how to create presentations in just 3 clicks, and adding some content, adding some details, and you're done in 10 to 50 minutes. If you like this video, great. Then I would be really happy if you give me a like or write a comment and tell me how it went for you. Did you create a presentation with beautiful AI? Did you learn something? Or maybe do you have a different methods of how you do that? Have a great day. Bye.